Hey everybody, this is Heartless Spartan with another 1/6 scale figure review. Today I have the Dragon in Dreams, or DiD Company World War II Soviet Infantry Junior Lieutenant Viktor Reznov figure. I thought it was pretty cool that they based a figure off of Reznov from Call of Duty World at War. Now, I do want to note ahead of time that this is a figure with clothing and gear which I am assuming is more accurate to real life according to his rank. It is not a direct one-to-one from the character in the game, but it is fairly close and very well done. One more thing is that later in the video there will be pictures of the figure with the PPS-43 Submachine Gun. That does not come with the set. I borrowed it from another because that is what Reznov usually used in the game if I remember correctly. I may also include a link to the unedited video of myself assembling the figure in the description for those interested in watching that. That's it, let's get into the review. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our box open here. I had already removed the DiD stickers just because I got this from a new retailer and I wanted to check just to make sure that it had everything inside of it that it was supposed to, and it did. So I like these boxes from DiD because they have little magnets in the sides and they just kind of pop right off. On the other side of that, we have a really cool background. It's actually pretty neat. I'm actually going to set that right there for now. We've got some cover art here. This piece. This folds on the sides, it slides right out. Then we start getting into our foam, which comes right off. And then we have our interior of our box with our figure. And then to remove this, I'm going to grab these tabs and lift it right out. There we go. That's one layer. And then we have a second layer underneath with his coat and his belt and some of his other things, his extra hands. And we'll look at that momentarily. I'm actually just going to set that over there for right now. I'll move Reznov over here. All right. So move that. We'll take a look at our figure first. And then we'll look at each accessory. And then I'll go over the assembly. We'll see how we do with that. All right, so I'm going to take this off. But I am going to save that. All right, so they gave him very, very realistic head sculpt on him. I mean, if we're referencing Call of Duty here, then I mean, he looks like him. He looks like a real version of Reznov. I don't know if he appeared in any of the remake games or not, but I just remember him from like World at War and Black Ops, but mostly World at War for me. That is a very good head sculpt. Lots of detail. Let's see if I can't get him closer. All right. Even get that shine in his eyes too. That is really cool. All right. Then if we look at his uniform, he's got a couple of junior lieutenant shoulder boards, if I can get my camera to focus. Maybe if I back him out a little bit. That's a little bit better. Which I'm assuming is what the 1 star is on there, is the junior lieutenant. He's got that on either side. I like the little buttons on his uniform here. And then if we look at the medals on here, he has the Soviet Order of the Patriotic War, which is right here, which is like an officer's commendation for either heroism or like like a contribution to either like a battle or a military campaign. And then on the other side here, very good detail, we also have the Soviet Order of the Red Banner, which is a very high award for heroism, like a heroic act, or prolonged service, either in like military or civilian capacity of some form. Take a look at the rest of his uniform. He's got his officer boots on, which are like a are these actual leather or are they foul leather? Okay, it doesn't really say, but they look really good. Just always be aware that anytime there's a type of leather or like a fake leather, this stuff can age and flake over time, so just be aware of that. Take good care of your collectibles. Now, currently, right now he came with the DiD does these kind of bendy hands, where they have a good amount of detail on them. The other side kind of takes that realism out, but this allows you to put like gloves and stuff on his hands. But the fingers actually do bend individually, which I thought is really great. And then you can either bend those to hold either specific accessories or weapons, or you can actually slide the gloves onto those without having like molded gloved hands. You can actually have cloth gloves. So for right now, I'm going to set Reznov in the background here. And then I'm going to take a look at his accessories that came in the set. Now, he did come with a map. Let me actually slide that out so we can take a good look at it. Don't know what region this would be unless I can see the name of a river. I don't think I'm going to be able to read that. That's a pretty cool looking map though, especially for like a 6-scale figure. There is nothing on the other side, but it is a pretty good looking accessory, I'd say. Alright. Also tucked in with the figure was a set of packets, which I might actually pull these apart. So in this one, he has a set of gloves, which will go on those bendy hands. Now, these other things, I'm not really going to take them out of the baggies because of how small they are. I don't want to lose them unless I'm going to use them. Let's see. We come with a couple of extra buttons. Looks like a cigarette. Not exactly sure what that is. Maybe a casing of some kind? Yeah, not sure what that one was. We've got a couple other smaller casings for his handgun. And then we have extra stars in case we either want to add stars or remove, replace stars that maybe fell off his uniform and got lost. So it's nice that they include those. Let's see, now in the top here, if I take this out, we have an officer's visor cap. Which looks pretty good. Have like a Soviet red star on there with the hammer and sickle in there. I'm sure that'll fit on there pretty easily. Let's see. We have Shapka Ushanka, It's actually nice and soft. It's actually got some fluff to it. I'm not sure if you'd really... It looks like it's possible to untie that and then pull this down for the ears, like they're not glued on there. So you can't actually pull the ears down. I don't think... No, the visor doesn't kind of drop down at all either. But the sides of the ears, that can drop down, but I don't really want to do it because retying this could be a bit of a pain. And it actually looks quite nice the way it is right now. So I'm actually gonna just kind of leave that there. I do like his Ushanka. What's he look like with that? Yeah, that fits on him quite easily. Let's see, we also have an RGD-33 Grenade. This is actually made of metal, too. So it's got a little bit of weight to it. Very nicely painted. Let's see, we've got Soviet canteen and cover. This actually does feel like it's metal. Let's see if we can't pull this out here. There we go. It feels metal to me. Oh, his bag is cinched. Yeah, so this actually will come out. I'll just have to uncinch it and then tie it again later. So let me uncinch the bag. And then we can... Oh, the little cap even comes off the top. And then we can pull his canteen out. Which, not too much to look at. Has a little bit of curvature to it. But it's got a little bit of weight to it, so I think it's metal. Let's put our cap back on there. I'll set that off to the side. I'll cinch that back up later. Now we've got a magazine here for, I do believe, his handgun we're going to look at momentarily. I don't think this is metal. It feels pretty lightweight. With little bullet casings in there, actually well painted. He came with a Tokarev TT-33. This is his handgun here. The lever in the back does move. This can be pulled back. You can see a bullet on the inside. So the slide does actually slide back. And if I can get it, casing, or the magazine, actually does slide out, so you get two of these magazines. And that just slides right back in. He also does come with a holster for his Tokarev. It is made of leather. Looks like we have an extra slot for his magazine in there as well. So this will fit right in there. And I'm not exactly sure the best way to, or the proper way to put this in would be. I don't know if you'd load this in upside down if, like, the bullets would come out. I don't work with firearms very often, so I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm just going to put it in upside down because it actually just slides in easier. So that fits in nicely there. I wouldn't want to open or close this too many times, just because the leather will wear after a while. I don't know. That's something I'm going to have to do off camera. That's going to take a while. Everything about these sets, it's meticulous. It takes time. Now, he also comes with a UVSR Taiga 1 survival machete. I'm actually going to slide that right out. This is made of plastic, though. It's not actually made of metal, but it still looks pretty good. It actually surprised me. A lot of these accessories, if they look like metal, they tend to be metal, but this one's actually made of plastic. Maybe they were afraid of it actually getting sharp, because that's an awfully large blade on there. Slides right back in. Then he has, for his primary weapon, a PPS-43 Submachine Gun. This is made up of both metal and plastic. The main body of it feels like it's metal. Now, I do believe, yep, the magazine is removable. We don't see any bullets in there, though. Magazine is removable. Has a nice leather strap on it. And it has a fold-out stock. And that looks pretty cool. Has a little bit of weight to it because parts of it is metal, parts of it is plastic. I do believe this part is also metal. Let's see, does this... Oh, there's actually a little spring in there, so it can be cocked. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you can see the spring in there. Then you can look inside the chamber. That's nice. There we go. All right, set that down. Now that's everything out of that first layer that I pulled out of the box. Next, we're going to take a look at the things in the second layer. We have a World War II Shuba Russian coat with his junior lieutenant grade shoulder boards on it. I mean, this feels soft too. The outside has like kind of that a bit of a leathery look to it, but it's kind of fuzzy. Then on the inside, there's a little bit of fur, and around the collar, it's a really nice coat. And then, if I can show on here that this can be buttoned, it does have the little holes in there, so it can be buttoned, and that's just going to take a while to do that. But otherwise, that is a very nice coat. Does not appear to have any like wires in it for posing. Set that back down there. We have a Soviet M1935 Belt along with a shoulder strap attached. If I can get my camera to focus. There we go. It'll be interesting putting that on him later. It is actual leather as well. It's got a pretty interesting design sewn into it as well. Next we have a magazine pouch for his PPS-43 Submachine Gun. I'm not sure. Okay, no, there's just foam in there to give it the look like there is magazines in there, but there's not. There's just some foam stuck in there to kind of thicken it up to give it that look. So it does not come with additional magazines inside of it. He also came with a pocket watch. With a little leather strap and a buckle. Have to be super careful when putting this on because these small thin straps like this, they break rather easily. So be very careful about that. I say that now, but I'm probably going to be the one that ends up breaking it. So he also comes with an Officers Map case, which I think we might be able to open up. Go. Ooh, nice. There's like some clear plastic in there too. That's pretty cool. So it comes with this map case. And then this will actually fit into this map bag. Okay, yeah, that's a leather strap. That, and then how do we open this one up? Other way. There we go. Wah! Don't take it with you. There we go. There's some cool little details on the inside. Then that opens up like that. I think, ideally, that would fit into there. It'll fit easier once I close it up, but it does seem like it'll slide in there pretty well. So the map can go in there, and then this can go into the bag. Let's see. It also comes with a pair of Officers Binoculars. Let's see, he's got a little cap on here, lens cap thing on here. The one end that flips down. Nice little details on there. To allow for some minor adjustment. But that's pretty cool. Then we can take a look at his extra handsets. We have some trigger hands. Some weapon hands for left and right. Then we have some open holding hands. Just to hold different various accessories. Or like semi-open fists. And if we look again, that's everything out of there. There was nothing underneath the coat. so then I can maybe go through some of the assembly and then we can move on to the montage. DiD is a company that I've become accustomed to expecting quality figures from. This Reznov figure is highly detailed with a realistic likeness of the character. I was somewhat disappointed it didn't come with its own PPS-H, and that can be hard to acquire on its own. There is a fair amount of metal and real leather used in the weapons and gear on this figure to give it that extra level of detail. As time goes on, my only concerns would be the condition of the coat and the boots. These may have the potential to degrade over time and the leather on the boots to flake, so it's best to take proper care of the figure for as long as possible. I do like that there's a couple of ways to display the figure in uniform with or without the winter coat and Ushanka. I will say I'm happy to add this figure to my collection. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave a comment. What other characters from any kind of World War II media do you think they should make? I really didn't expect a Reznov figure. I think I would like a Clint Eastwood Kelly and Oddball from Kelly's Heroes. This has been Heartless Spartan. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.